Heidi ho, my peeps, my peeps. I'm giving you a look at my currently messy, but I have a plan, craft room. We moved in some shelving to give me a little bit more room. You're looking at my wardrobe that I refinished last year. You guys saw that in a different video. Then I moved in two pieces of this shelving. There's one on this side and then one on the other side. So I can put, boxes of stuff in there. All that, of course, has to be pulled out. I'm going to put this down here so I don't get the sun on the camera. Then I had Grant install my, what do you call those things? You call them a inspiration board. Had him install that there. And then I had him move our former dining table in here, so we now have two tables. See that chair? I'm going to go plant my ass in that chair, and then I'm going to talk to you some more. Anyway, okay. All right, let's see here. The ass is being planted. There we go. Alrighty, so Otter has found a spot. Oh man, she thinks that's cool. Anyhow, so this was our former dining table right there. This table here has been in here. So now I have two tables worth of crafting space, or cluttering space, as the case may end up being. And back in here, obviously I've got my softbox light. I will probably put another one over at the other end there. I have all of my, what's in there? Oh, all my antique linen is in there. All my 100% cotton sheets that I've been saving all these years. I think I've got yarn in there. I'm not positive. I have to dig around. I need some red yarn. I'm making a dog bed for a friend out of red yarn. And then back up in there, I'm going to hang some stuff. I'm not sure what. I've got some antique kitchen stuff up in there. There's the pantry, which needs a good clean and also needs to be weather stripped around the door. And isn't that a cute old trash can? That was my grandfather's. And then up here I have this marvelous botanical, let's see, they're botanical, not samples, what do you call them? Specimens that somebody did way back in the 1930s. They started collecting these, I think, in the 20s. And I'm going to show you. It's from Italy. First of all, that's me as a baby. Okay. So anyhow, you can see that the writing is in Italian. And the dates of when these things were collected are down in the bottoms. And this was probably somebody's, I don't know, maybe college project. Who knows what it was. But it's just fabulous, isn't it? And someday I'm going to actually find out what each one of those plants are. A lot of them look familiar from around here too. But I just think that's the neatest thing. Here's my Nito Toledo scale that my next door neighbor gave me that I just love. Here's our liquor supply, and the hilarious thing is we don't drink, although that's going to change. It's going to change for you guys because I'm doing something for you regarding alcohol. Here's our little coffee bar thing. Grant comes out here every morning and makes me coffee with my mom's Keurig that we inherited. And I just put this together with the this stuff that I got at Daiso. It's like, why should I keep coffee cups in the kitchen when we never use them in there? This is the only place we ever use them. So I pulled this little Lazy Susan out of the kitchen, and I lined everything with this stickum stuff so that it doesn't go flying. So that's going to be that is our coffee bar area. And of course, everything. Oh shoot, I was looking all over for that. You see that glass plate? I was going to put that glass plate up on the coffee wheel thing so it was a little bit prettier. I may go ahead and do that. All right. And this, what's that called? It's called a microwave. This microwave is actually for crafts. It's not for food. I have our food microwave in the actual kitchen. So I'm going to keep turning here. And those of you who have been with me for a while, remember these little discs. They will be used. And we will revisit the discs, I swear. I just don't have time right now. So anyhow, there we go. That is the mess as it stands right now. And you know how I am. I'm going to flip this around. I think you can see me. You know how I am. I will come back to you when this is all nice and more or less clean and you can see what I've done in here. I mean, it is clean. It's just I've stacked stuff because it's like, okay, I didn't have the shelves yet. Grant's got to go out and get the shelves. So stack it here, stack it there, shove it there. You know, where's my wrapping station going to be? Where's my this? Where's my that? So I just kind of stack stuff up everywhere. But that's going to most definitely get, everything's going to go in its place. And I pretty much know where everything's going to go, so it should not be too hard to put all this stuff away. Time consuming, but not hard. So anyhow, there we go. I'm continuing to work very hard. Grant and I have big projects that we do every day. This is going to probably go on for to the end of this week. I'm going to go visit Abigail towards the end of this week. I'll be there for 3 days maybe. Then when I come back, Grant and I are going to jump back into it. We're going to finish putting stuff away. I'd say we're halfway done with the stuff we need to do. So we've really knocked a lot of it out, and I feel very proud of myself because I've been doing this through a lot of pain, lots of body pain. My sleeping is back to normal. Yay! I've been sleeping. I've been getting to sleep between 10 and 12:30 every night, waking up between, 6:30 and 9, depending on how, late it was the night before, and sleeping through the night. So, man, I cannot tell you how glad I am to be back on a regular schedule. The other schedule was freaking me out. I don't know why, it just was. I think today we're going to finish doing some of this. Then I want to go down to the hardware store. I want to buy a couple of African violets because that's another thing I inherited from my mother were some African violet pots, specifically for African violets. And Grant and I had the same African violet for 10 years before it finally died. So I think it's time for us to freshen up our African violet pots and just continue doing kind of a fall freshen up cleanup. So on that note, I'm going to say bye-bye.